Hello students, good morning to all. Today's class we are going to start the chapter number 7, evolution. So what is meant by evolution? So in class 10th already the basis of evolution you read earlier. So what is meant by evolution? What is the concepts of evolution? So what is the introduction of evolution? Today's class we are going to discuss. So evolution is branch of biology. Evolution is the branch of biology. Evolution is one of the branch of biology, and it deals with the origin of life and diversity of organisms through ages. The evolution deals with the origin of life and diversity of organisms through ages. So evolution deals with origin of life. Origin of life, when origin of life was takes place on the earth, right? And diversity of organisms through ages. Origin of life, the life origin on earth, and diversity of organisms. So vast variety of organisms are presented on the earth through ages. So whenever origin of life was takes place, and from there how the different types of the varieties are formed through ages, through over the period of time, that should be explained by the evolution. And evolution, what is the meaning of evolution? Unfolding or rolling out. Unfolding means there is gradual development is called unfolding, and rolling out means formation of new different types of species. So evolution, the meaning of evolution, unfolding or rolling out. So gradually develops and rolling out, formation of new species. Right? So evolutionary biology, study of life forms on the earth. So evolutionary biology means study of life forms on the earth. That is called evolutionary biology. So how the life was originated on the earth, origin of life, and how the diversity of the organisms development was takes place on the earth through ages over the period of time, and the study of life forms on the earth is evolutionary biology. Okay, right. Next one, to understand evolution, what we need to discuss. To understand evolution, we need to focus on understanding of the context of origin of life. So, how the evolution process was takes place, before going that, understanding and the context of origin of life. When origin of life was takes place on the earth, at what time origin of life was takes place, and how the origin of life was takes place. What are the parameters are presented on the earth for creation of origin of life, and what type of the parameters are presented on the earth, what are the conditions, what is the environmental conditions, and what molecules are helpful for origin of life. So those are all required for understanding evolution process. So evolution already done earlier in million years of ago. So anybody seen? Not possible. So we can assume that that type of the conditions are presented at that time. Whatever at that time the conditions are presented, in that time there is origin of life was takes place. Right? Changes of flora and fauna occurred over millions of years. Flora, group of plants, and fauna, the group of animals. So changes of flora and fauna occurred over millions of years. So we discussed earlier in Animal Kingdom chapter. Phylum Porifera to class Mammalia. Phylum Porifera to class Mammalia, all animals exhibits vast diversity. Some of the organisms are sessile, porifera, very primitive organisms, sessile organisms, those are, and the nervous system is not developed, there is no proper response, and there is cellular level of organization. So those are all primitive organisms, from primitive organisms to up to mammals, up to human beings. So all organisms forms on the earth at the same time or during the period. So during the period, so there is origin of there is diversity of the organisms was takes place on the earth. After the origin of life, there is the development of the evolution of different types of the organisms was takes place on the earth. So changes flora and fauna occurred over the million of years. So not formed at the same time. So from porifera to phylum class mammalia, right? And some of the species are still available on the earth without evolutionary changes also. We discussed earlier. Those are living fossils. Okay. So to understand evolution, we need to discuss understanding of the context of origin of life. Context of origin of life is required. So how the origin of life was takes place, what are the parameters, and what are the conditions on the earth for origin of life, which molecules are helpful for origin of life on the earth, and changes flora and fauna occurred over a billion of years. How the evolution takes place from tissue level organisms to organ system level of organization level. Okay, right. So once again I'm revising this. Branch of biology, evolution is the branch of biology, deals with origin of life and diversity of organisms through ages. So deals with origin of life, how the life origin is takes place on the earth, and the diversity of organisms through ages. So through the over the period of time, the diversity of the organisms takes place on the earth. That should be explained by the evolution. And evolution, the meaning of evolution, unfolding or rolling out. Unfolding over the period of time means over the period of time there is gradual development is takes place. And rolling out. Rolling out means there is a formation of new species. Right? And evolutionary biology, study of life forms on earth. Study of life forms on earth is called evolutionary biology. To understand evolution, 2 points should be clear. That is understanding on the context of origin of life. This should be must. We have to know understanding on the context of origin of life. And next one, changes of flora and fauna occurred over million of years. Over the million of years, over the period of time, what type of the modifications are takes place by the environmental condition, whatever it may be, in the flora and fauna, so that only diversity of vast variety of organisms are formed on the earth. Okay, right. Next one, evolution is a continuous process of development or more complex organization to simple level. Evolution is a continuous process. This is the most important. It's a continuous process. Evolution never ending process. So there is no full stop for that. Only comma. Evolution is the continuous process of development or more complex organization to simple level. So it is a continuous process. So whenever first porifera formed, after that from the unicellular organisms to multicellular formed, all metazoans are multicellular only. Porifera phylum formed, from porifera to cylindriates, and after that there is platyhelminthes, matyhelminthes. All the phylums formation is takes place during over the period of time, from complex organization to simple level, right? Okay, so that is evolution is always continuous process. Humans formed after over the million of the years. From the humans, is there any chance for evolution? Don't know, right? Okay. Next one, origin of life. Origin of life on the earth. So evolutionary basic concept is origin of life. How the origin of life was takes place on the earth, during the what time origin of life was takes place, what are the parameters are helpful for origin of life, Many theories have been proposed to explain origin of life. So many scientists had proposed theories for origin of life. How the origin of life was takes place on the earth, proposed by so many scientists, right? So those proposals all are not scientifically approved, but some people are some of the theories are well accepted. So some of the theories are historical importance. Well accepted means historical importance, that is also scientifically not matched, but those theories are have historical importance. So some of the theories we are going to discuss about. So for origin of life, so many scientists had proposed their opinions. So it is not scientifically proved, but some of the theories have historical importance. Okay, so many theories have been proposed to explain origin of life, how origin of life was takes place. So what are the parameters are on the earth, right? So in that, some of the theories we are going to discuss about. So first one, theory of special creation. Theory of special creation. So in this, the name of the theory and who proposed and what is the concept. 3 points you need to remember: name of the theory, who proposed, scientist name, and there is concept of theory. Okay, first one, theory of special creation. Theory of special creation proposed by Father Suarez. The Father Suarez proposed a theory of special creation. So according to Father Suarez, what he had proposed, the life was created by divine power. The life was created on the earth by divine power. Divine power means God. So by the divine power, the life was created. Right? Next, according to Bible, the world was created in 6 days. Throughout all flora and fauna on the all organisms created on the earth in the span of 6 days. According to the Bible, the world was created in 6 days. So he proposed his opinion. So how, according to the Father Suresh, what he had proposed, the life was created on the earth by divine power, and complete flora and fauna, whatever the organisms on the earth created in the span of 6 days. So it is possible. We already here discussed changes flora and fauna occurred over million of years. So evolution process is very gradual development. The development is very slow. So whatever the changes occurs over the period of time means how much? So much time, that is over the million of years, the evolutionary changes are occurs. Very slow, gradual process. But according to the Suresh, the life was created in 6 days. So it is not possible, but it is his opinion, right? And it's a mythological belief. According to divine power means it's a mythological belief. As per Hindu mythology, also some of the gods created complete organisms on the earth, right? So there are so many proposals are there. There is divine power. By the divine power, the life had created on the earth, right? So this is first theory of special creation. So for origin of life, so many scientists had proposed their theories and opinions, connotations and all. So in that, first one, theory of special creation. So theory of special creation created by, proposed by whom? Father Solis. So according to his, how the life was created? The life was created by the divine power, God power. And according to the Bible, the world was created in 6 days. Complete, whatever the flora and fauna, complete organisms created on the earth in the span of 6 days only. And it's a mythological belief. So, which theory supports the mythological belief? That is theory of special creation. And who proposed theory of special creation? Father Suarez. And which theory is proposed by Father Suarez? That one supports the divine power. That is theory of special creation. After this clear, so in next class we are going to discuss about one more. There is remaining theories also. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye bye.